Hey, what's up, guys? I want to make a quick video to attempt to recap everything from last weekend. Um, guys, first off, let me congratulate and thank Richard Kiki Torrez. He came through once again. Unfortunately, I did not profit off of him this time. In hindsight, of course, I would have been better off just taking the even money or plus 110 on him to win in round one, which I didn't feel was worth it, but now it definitely was worth it because I parlayed him with Bruno Silva in the UFC to beat a one-legged Chris Weidman, and he couldn't do that. Now, the end of the fight was fucked up. He did get poked in both eyes by dirty classless Weidman, all right, the same Weidman who tried to get a two-hand touch victory against Gegard Mousasi years ago. I did a video on that and it's still up, in which I ripped him. But guys, they need to cut Bruno Silva, man. I didn't even watch the whole fight. I tuned in at some point during the second round, and they said how Weidman outstruck and outlanded Silva, who was the striker, while Weidman was the wrestler. You know, I mean, come on, man. How you losing to a damn near 40-year-old Weidman who has one leg? You watch Weidman standing in the cage, man. It don't even look right the way his back leg is bent all in and weird shit, man. And you couldn't beat this guy. Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing, all right. So I lost out on that parlay. I thought that was that's why I say, guys, there's no such thing as a lock. You know, guy can't even beat a one-legged fighter. All right. Who else let me down? Zurafa, man. Oh, man. You know, of course I know Lara's a better fighter than Zurafa, but Lara's 41 years old or whatever it is. You know, been out of the ring forever. And you get knocked out by the guy in 2 rounds, man. You in your mid-30s, you in your prime. Dude, you need to retire. You need to retire. You losing to Lara in the second round. Old Lara, who don't have his legs anymore. All right. The Allen Babic fight I didn't see, but Steve Robinson lost that fight. You know, no big deal. That was kind of a, I was just playing against Babic because Babic is overrated and predictable. So, no big deal there. Also, no big deal on losing the Lawson fight to Alexis Rocha or Rocha, whatever the hell. Lawson actually, kind of made me proud. Considering he was a plus 1,200 something underdog. He was putting hands on Rocha. The jab was great. Had Rocha's nose busted up. He did better than Zurafa did, for sure. All right, better than Bruno Silva did. So, salute to Lawson, man, even though he lost. Rocha's not looking like that guy, man. He getting there with, some halfway decent competition. I don't think it's going to go too good, man. I think he probably has reached his ceiling, I don't see him being a world title challenger, man, the way he is looking, So, and who else, man? That damn Arsen fight with Zurdo. I was more heavily invested in that fight than the Fundora fight, but we couldn't take our eyes off the Fundora fight because it was so dramatic. But I didn't watch the complete Arsen Zurdo fight, but from what I did see, Arsen was not letting his hands go enough. He also was not going to the body enough. From the time I watched the fight, I only saw him land one good body shot, or really even throw to the body that one time, and that was a big mistake, man, because I give Zurdo credit, even though he moved up from 6'8", all that, the guy has a great chin, man. He was taking this guy's punch and stayed in there, took it and ate the shit, all right. So, with a guy like this, man, you need to invest in his body. That chin might be great, but, I believe everybody is a bit weak to the body and can be hurt to the body. Maybe not with one shot, but after investing so much, you can cause significant damage, can tire him, can hurt him, you know. So he made a mistake in that regard. And speaking of body, boy, the Pitbull will tear up Rolly Romero's body. We could not take our eyes off that PBC card, man. That fight was so dramatic. You know, Rolly had no answer. He didn't know how to deal with the guy, even though everybody in the world knew what the guy was going to do. Rolly just, you know, he should have stopped backing up. He should have stood in the middle of the ring, stood his ground, man. Rolly forgot he had a punch. He should have stood with this guy, and he should have just went in a defensive shell and banged it out with the guy, because when you fighting a guy like Pitbull, man, the more you move away, you giving him room to operate, to get leverage and room on his punches, man, to extend his powerful ass punch. And Rolly was making a big mistake, man, giving him room to throw to the body, to you know, throw to the head with power. He should have planted in the ring, and he should have, hey, you know, hey, you gotta knock me out, you gotta beat me, not move away. He was just helping the guy out. So congrats to Pitbull. That was dramatic and fun to watch. And of course that damn Fundora Tszyu fight, man, hella dramatic, a bloodbath, a memorable fight. I salute both guys for going the full 12 with, you know, with bleeding as much as they were, one from the nose, one from the head. And I did feel, now of course people will say I'm biased because I had money on Fundora, but I did feel that he won the fight with his volume and his number of punches landed. Tszyu had the more powerful telling punches, but I thought overall Fundora outworked him. And but I give both guys credit, man, you know, for fighting that fight, because a lot of people would not have made it to the finish line. And big time salute to Tszyu for taking that fight on 12 days notice. You know, and apparently he doesn't have an immediate rematch because they're talking about Crawford and Fundora. You know, I would have strongly advised him not to take that fight without a for sure rematch clause okayed by the WBO, all this and that. You know, with Thurman falling out, he, you know, just not the fan friendly thing to say, but business wise, he should have took a more winnable fight, regardless of what the odds said, man, because those odds were off. You know, Fundora at the most should have been like a plus 200, maybe plus 250. But, you know, I got him at a plus 430. And then when I saw him up to plus 500, I went in even more, man. You know, Fundora got knocked out in his last fight. But, you know, he was no scrub, no slouch. The people forget what he did to Arsen Lubin, who was a really good fighter. So I had to take those odds, man. And I was going to play Tszyu. You know, but the odds got out of hand. It was not worth it. And Fundora was worth playing. And it paid off. So I posted those tickets on my community page. Also posted the Kubrat Pulev winning ticket by decision. Oddsmakers had that wrong. Pulev is not a power guy. He doesn't get a lot of stoppages. I don't think he had a stoppage in like 2018 or some shit. Like, it's been a long time. And he's old now. His legs are slower. He's not as accurate. That was a great line, man. Plus 200, plus 185. You know, that was a good hit. So hopefully he will have the Char fight. Once he steps up, man, I predict he will lose. He'll probably get knocked out. All right. So I think I covered everybody, man. You know, as far as this week coming up, I'm not sure if I'm doing anything yet. I just saw that Jamel Herring is fighting on Wednesday. Looks like it's going to be in Australia against a guy who was like 15-2 or 15-3, something like that. He's like a minus 425 favorite or something like that. So that might be worth throwing in a parlay with something. You know, I'll see. I'll look into it more, and I may comment on it and talk about it later. The only other thing sticking out is the Hitchens fight. You know, but you know, of course, he's a big favorite. We'll see how that looks also. But I think I touched. Oh, let me give a salute to Fabio Warley and Frazier Clark. Man, that was a hell of a fight. A hell of a fight. And I watched it on Peacock. it was great stream, great quality, had no issues. I don't know why in the hell Sky Sports, I don't know if it's them or whoever, but they're owned by the same people. All right, NBC, Universal, Comcast, whatever the hell. All right, Sky Sports and NBC. Those fights should have been broadcasted on Peacock or USA Network or one of the other hundreds of channels they have in the U.S. Not literally hundreds, but they have a lot of damn channels, man. And those fights should have been broadcasted in America, no problem. So, really, I think that's it, guys. If I forgot a fight or a fighter that I watched or bet on or whatever, I'll leave a comment in the comment section. But I hope you guys enjoyed the fights last weekend. I hope you made money if you bet. And good luck to you if you play anything this weekend. I'm not sure yet. But if I make plays, I will come on and talk about them. Until then, you guys take care. And thanks for watching.